Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to do a huge carnivorous plant update. I'm going to try to show you a little bit of everything I have and give you updates on everything. So what we're looking at here is my little tiny 10-gallon warm growing lowland Nepenthes chamber. It has my bical carota in my Clypeata. Both are doing well. I got them in the summertime as tiny little plants. They both produce several new leaves and several new pitchers. These containers here have Cephalotus seeds in. The seeds that are, or the containers in there that are cracked have some germination to them. There's also two Sundews in here, a Paradoxa and Adelaide there. So just a tiny little lowland warm growing chamber there. 100-watt compact fluorescent lighting, and yeah, not too exciting on that. Now I'm going to take you outside for a second and then we'll go into the greenhouse after that. Before we go outside, I almost forgot about these two. I have two large Nepenthes growing on the windowsill. This is the first year I've grown Nepenthes on a windowsill before. Usually they're in the greenhouse. This is just my Ventrata. So it has a few medium-sized pitchers on it down here. Definitely not pitching so fast in the house, but it's got good growth to it. I think it appreciates the warmer nights than the greenhouse provides. Sorry about the backlighting here. I wasn't actually planning on filming these guys. That is a Miranda. Has a whole bunch of basil shoots down here. I think I counted about 5 that came out. And the plant itself is probably 4 feet tall as well. A few leftover bloom spikes on it. This one is a boy. See if I can go on this side, if the angle a little bit better. So that is the Nepenthes Miranda. They definitely don't pitcher very well in the house. I have no trouble with them in the greenhouse, but in the house they're super slow to pitcher. So kudos to all you windowsill growers out there that grow Nepenthes exclusively on the windowsill. But anyways, those two I just thought I would bring in the house since the greenhouse is pretty packed this winter. So, alright, now we'll move on to outside. So, not much is happening outside this time of year. These are all my temperate carnivorous plants. That is some Drosera capensis that are not temperate, and who knew that they couldn't live at minus 10 degrees out like it was last week. Just kidding, I knew, I just kind of forgot about them. By the time I remembered, it was too late, but I have more in the greenhouse, so that's okay. So, Cobra lilies here. Venus flytraps. Now this is a very sheltered area. It generally doesn't freeze under here unless it's really cold outside. Any of the faster growing Sarracenias I cut back. Purpurea I didn't cut back because it's slower to recover. But just for storage purposes, everything that could be composted is composted. All the most sensitive stuff, like there's a Drosera tracei back there. Some of the less hardy Sarracenias are all sort of undercover and then tucked kind of at the back, so they're more sheltered. Anyways, so that is the temperate carnivorous plants this time of year. Not much happening there. I'm going to repot these this spring before they break dormancy though, so I'll do a video on that. Alright, let's move into the greenhouse. Okay, in the greenhouse. I turned off all the fans, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me a little bit better. I'm going to start up high because I always forget about up high. Here is Nepenthes Sangria. What else do we got up high? Ventricosa. It's entered the vining stage, so I'm getting all these cute little upper pitchers now, which is just fine with me. Has a new basil shoot right here as well, so I'll get some lowers coming again. Same with the Sangria, it has some basil shoots coming out. This guy down here, this is my Spectabili. It has a bunch of basil shoots coming out. That's one I transplanted. It's doing quite well. I need to do some pitcher trimming though. It's definitely into the vining stage. It has a few flower spikes on it now. It's doing quite well. Okay, I'll swing you way back here. There is a Cephalotus in there. It's doing quite well. It only throws off pitchers about once a year, usually in the spring, but it's actually grown up and it's coming out the top now. That's kind of grown under lights. Since we're over here, I will now start right here. Various seedling Nepenthes, Cephalotus seedlings. Some of them are good size, like that one. Some of them are tiny. They all germinate at different rates. There's an absolutely tiny one right in the center of the screen now, and a leaf pulling down there. A few little tiny ones on either side of the red piece of plastic there. It's kind of pointing at them. More in there. It's tough to keep the moss from outgrowing them. One in here, it's got a couple yellowing pictures on it. Cephalotus. Some Cephalotus pullings. This one's from a pitcher pulling, and this one's from a leaf pulling. You can still see the leaf there. It kind of sprouted up next to it. Cephalotus with lots of winter leaves. This one's a nice Cephalotus here. Good size. Not in winter mode at all. These are growing under the lights there. I just pulled them out so that you guys could see them a little better. Heliamphora, Heterodoxa, Gementensis, Heterodoxa cross, Ionazi, Newtons, a few minors back there. This year I kept my Sarracenia seedlings in. I didn't let them go dormant to get some better growth. So that's a Flava rugulae and Sidicina. They have grown leaps and bounds since they've been in here. I'm glad I didn't have them go dormant this year. I'll definitely have them go dormant next year, but all of these bigger pitchers are since they've been in the greenhouse, since all the rest have gone dormant. Now I'm going to swing you up. These are my Pinguiculas. There's a lot in bloom right now. I'm not going to bother naming them all, but I'll point out a few flowers. This one's cool. Nice little compact plant. Beautiful pinks. Some white and purple. This one's a little bit different shape. Same sort of color, but a lot more tubular. Anyways, this time of year, these are all Mexican butterworts or pings. They're in a tray, but the tray's dry right now. They're just kind of resting, flowering away. That one's going dormant there in the... It's also got a flower, but it's going dormant. There's a few sundews in here as well. Tokeensis, Alice. And that guy there, I forget what he is. Oblansata. And there's an Aphens. The huge spike goes all the way up around the roof and curls back down, and the buds of the flowers still haven't opened on it. Silly thing. Anyways, these grow under lights, so they're doing well. But I keep them way on the drier sides this time of year. I wet the tray down like just when the dirt is no longer even moist. Swing you back down here, Derosa Adelaide. It's in bloom. It's nice because the flowers are red on it. A few bloom spikes coming up. Quite a few actually. Some of my Wistuba Nepenthes. They're all doing quite well. Singulana, Platykyla. Throwing on a few pictures. I'm giving them too much light. I'm trying to reduce the lighting in here. They've all got suntans right now. Hematoclone 1. I always say this one wrong. Fazilania. This little tiny guy here is a Highland Veitchii. Got a couple Aristolochoides. We're almost seeing some of the bird's nest shape in the pictures now. They're picturing quite freely. That one's looking a little bit more like it should. Another little Hamada, clone 2. A couple Loeis, they're definitely slow growing. They lost all their pitchers when I got them, but they're both in the middle of pitchering now. So that should be open in a few weeks, if not sooner. Another Hamada clone. Intermus. It's got a few new pitchers on it. Macrophylla is doing awesome. It's got like 3 or 4 new leaves and 3 or 4 new pitchers. Never even lost any of its old pitchers when I got it. It's just doing awesome. The leaves are amazing. They're like super high gloss too compared to the rest. Alright, I'm going to swing you over this way now. Here is some Capensis. Told you I had more. So those ones are the Alba form. There's a couple pots of the regular form. My only Utricularia, it's doing okay. It had a few diebacks. It's never gotten any bigger than that. A couple new Nepenthes. Burbigia cross Edwardsania. Hamada cross Platykyla. Here's a Bongzo. This newest picture here is looking pretty good. Got a bit of a peristome to him compared to the last one, which is over here. Here are a couple warm growers in here. They're on a heat mat. So they're still pitchering away, so they can't be that cold. Rafflesania, Ampullaria. I think the Ampullaria was getting a little too much light. It kind of went yellow and red instead of green. So I really raised up the light here. It was just under 26 watts of compact fluorescent, but apparently that was too much. Same with this. Look how red the leaves are compared to, you know, they should be green looking. So quite a suntan. Nepenthes are easily, their light requirements are easily met compared to orchids. Truncata. Picture there. Not a bad size, maybe 4 or 5 inches. Still pitchering away. Another one just opening there. One dying under there. But I have no trouble with the pitchers not forming in the winter time, so that's nice. Swing you this way. King Sundews. I did a video on those not too long ago. Still doing well. Haven't fed them since that video. It's almost time to feed them again. Some Alice Sundews there. Those are just seeds I started last year, so they're almost covering the whole pot now. And yeah, what else? Let's see, have I missed anything? I don't think I have missed any carnivorous plants. I always say that and then end up missing a few. So I will just swing around one more time. But no, it looks like it. So yeah, that is it for my carnivorous plants. Lots of Cephalotus these days, and lots of different species of the sun pitchers there. So all just seedlings, but good start to a collection. So hopefully I will have lots of updates and lots to show you as these guys start forming some adult pitchers and start getting a little bigger. And these guys are going to be amazing when they're bigger. Just a matter of getting them there. But anyways, that is it for my carnivorous update for December. I will give another detailed carnivorous update like this in a few months. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching.